Today we're looking at underrated protection cards for less than $1.99. We're going to start off with today's first suggestion from Aoli Washington, Slip Out the Back. So it is underrated. It actually saw a little bit of tournament play in Pioneer because I played it in my Spirits deck. It's a blue instant, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature, and it phases out. So this can be protection in two ways, in fact. The first one is someone uses a removal spell on your own creature. Well, fantastic. In response, I'm going to phase it out of the game. It's almost like blinking it. It's going to come back later. Plus, we're going to buff up the creature when it comes back. It can also protect your life total because if a creature is attacking you, you can slip out the back that creature. And on top of that, it's not going to be around. Or even an unblocked creature, let's say it had Vigilance. It's not going to be around to block you on your turn when you go attack back. So actually, it can do double duty. This is a really good underrated card. Okay, next up, we have Pedgeman has the Serima, making my Kona indestructible. Okay, let's take a look at this. This is a 3-mana. It's a spaceship. Now, when it enters, search your library for a legendary creature card, reveal it, put it into your hand. It's got station, by the way, so we can charge it up. Now, for when it gets to 7 charge counters, flying, other tapped legendary creatures you control have indestructible. Absolutely, that's a great suggestion. And if you can tap your stuff instantaneously, it's going to protect them. Okay, so this is really narrow. It's incredibly narrow. But, well, man, no, sorry, it's not that narrow. In general, you're attacking. Your creatures aren't going to be, they're basically untouchable. You can touch them, but, you're going to die anyway. So don't even think about touching them. They're screwed. Next, we got Gillum with the Ward of Lights. Oh, it's an oldie. We're going back to Mirage, everyone. The origin of phasing, I believe. Okay, which actually is that is incredible. What a coincidence. We just talked about Slip Out the Back. I think phasing started in Mirage. I can't remember. Okay, this is a white aura. You may choose to play Ward of Lights as an instant, and if you do, bury it at end of turn. Enchanted creature has protection from a color of your choice. The protection granted by Ward of Light does not bury the Ward of Light. Okay, so if we choose white, yeah, that would be very funny. Protection from white, and then the Ward of Lights falls off and it doesn't have that protection anymore. But no, it's not going to actually protect. It's not going to make itself fall off. Fascinating for a white. What does the Oracle text change? Cast the spell if it has flash. Blah blah blah. Enchant creature as this aura enters, choose a color. Has protection from the chosen color, but it doesn't remove the aura. Great stuff. Next up, Magnum Opus Gold wants Safe Haven. This is actually underrated. Like, I'm super familiar with this card. It's a land, pay 2. It doesn't tap for mana, by the way. I mean, that's the big problem there. Okay, we have pay 2, tap, remove target creature you control from the game. Fantastic. You come after my creature? All right, we're gonna slip this thing out the back into that hole over there. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may sacrifice Safe Haven. If you do, return each creature card removed from the game with Safe Haven to play under its owner's control. The downside, of course, to this card, if you're in a world of land destruction, you're gonna be completely screwed when they destroy this thing. Although, you know what? That still might be like a 2 for... No, I guess it's a 2 for 2. They blow up the land, and they used a removal spell, so they actually didn't get ahead. All right, Safe Haven. Keep your stuff safe. Especially maybe even from your own spells, if you plan on board wiping the whole game. Next up, we've got... I'm just here for the lulz. The Surge. Surge of Salvation. Okay, you know what? So this card actually sees a little bit of modern play, but not that much. Not so much that I think that it's like so popular. It's like a slam dunk must play in every deck. It's a white instant. You and permanents you control gain hexproof until end of turn. Very, very good. So, I mean, you have protection from Thoughtseize, protection from Inquisition, protection from Vendilion Clique. So if someone's trying to target your hand by anything, screw it. You can't target me. I'm trying to think of some commander cards. Isn't there like that Simic 6-mana card or 8-mana card? reveal top X cards of somebody's library. You can play 3 of them or some crap like that. So they can't target you either. And you can also prevent all damage that black and or red sources would deal to creatures you control this turn. I don't know about the black sources, but you know, Blasphemous Act, Anger of the Gods, Earthquake, all those cards do absolutely nothing. This is a great suggestion. Next up, we've got Pedgeman says you have protection from Mindslaver or Door to Nothingness. You do, I guess. Man, what a waste of Door to Nothingness if they blow that on you. Jackal Gaming! Stonecoil Serpent. How's your day going? I don't know how Stonecoil Serpent is a protection spell. It does not give protection. Disqualified. It has protection. Has interesting protection, but is not itself a protection spell. Tresaru with Cartel Arist. This is also not... Oh, does it protect? Sacrifice another Cartel. No, it itself gains protect. This is the same boat. So it's gaining itself protection, but it's not protecting anything else. We're looking at cards that protect something. You. Creatures. They gotta protect. It attack, but it also protect. This thing, it does everything. It protect, it also attack, but no not only that, it sack your creature back. I don't know. I'm improvising here. All right, next up we have Marencio with Neuro. What the hell is this? Neurock Stealth Suit. So 2-mana equipment. Equipped creature has Shroud. I've never heard of that card before. Is this new? It's not even new. This thing's been out for years, since 2011. It can't be the target spells or abilities. And for 2 mana, attach Neurock Stealth Suit to target creature you control. I guess so. I guess what the problem with this card is it's no different from Swiftfoot Boots, or what's the other one? One of those things. So it's just like it's like the third copy if you really need it. For anyone that needs more copies of Swiftfoot Boots in your deck, get that Stealth Suit. Be stealthy. Should also say you're unblockable. I feel like that's what a stealth suit should do. No one can block you while you're wearing it. Yeah, but you can attach at instant speed. Was that the difference? Oh, look at that. Yeah, that's right. So this is like cranial plating for blue. Attach Neurock Stealth Suit to target creature you control. So, ooh. You come after my creature? Well, I'm sorry. You might have missed the fact that I have 2 blue mana up, and I attach my Neurock Stealth Suit to this creature. Activated at instant speed. Okay, next up we got Dr. Mabutu with and they shall know no fear. This is a 2-mana instant. Choose a creature type. Creatures you control of the chosen type, they get +1/+0 and gain indestructible until end of turn. So it's like is this like Heroic Intervention, except better? Or maybe Heroic Intervention also gives hexproof from like maybe exiling effects. So I mean, at the very least, you know, you don't worry about blockers, you don't worry about board wipes, and they gotta worry that you're buffing up your creatures. We got next to Expa. We got Expa here. For how simple it is, I still like healing. Healing Salve? Do you know what? I will say this has to be underrated. I don't know anyone that plays this card. I mean, except you now, I guess. Okay, we have a white instant. Choose one. Target player gains 3 life. Prevent the next 3 damage that would be dealt to target creature or player this turn. You know what would make this really powerful if you could divide the prevention? So it's like, let's say someone blocked your 3 through 4/4s with their 3 4/4s, and you just had to prevent 1 damage to each one of your 4/4s. Broken. Absolutely broken. I will say, I've played in draft against this card, and it annihilated me. It's like my attack sucked. They just gang block my creature, and I can't kill theirs. It's awful. I wonder, would this still work? For the next 3 damage to be dealt to target creature. This card would be worse today. This card got demoted because of how they changed the rules around the order of damage, because now it doesn't matter. So before you could order the damage from one creature to another, and then you go to damage. Now you go to damage, and the person puts the damage on whatever they want. But if there's only one blocker, this is still going to do the job. Christopher B says, I'm an idiot, and I missed the protection part. Please disregard everything I've said. Well, you know what? Good news, Christopher B. I haven't read any of it. Okay, we got Vibrant Toucan with Alexi's Cloak. Ooh, it's a blue 1 generic. I'm surprised how many blue cards are showing up on today's show. You can play Alexi's Cloak anytime. You can play an instant. They'll never see it coming. Enchanted creature can't be the target of spells or abilities. This is great. Yeah, so I mean, the advantage to this over, say, like another aura that says, you know, enchanted creature can't be the target of spells or abilities, you're probably going to bait out a removal spell. So someone uses a removal spell, you're like, in response, I have a response. The Alexi's Cloak. And I will enchant the creature that you're targeting. That means your removal spell is countered. And so they lost it. They lose a card. Epic Nate, Blossoming Defense, super highly played card. Been played for a long time. I would say not underrated. K-Ro with how about Absolute Virtue? Let's take a look at Absolute Virtue. This is expensive as hell. Also, okay, it's a little pushing on the budget here. This is an 8-mana 8/8 Avatar Warrior. Can't be countered flying. You have protection from each of your opponents. What the hell is this? Oh, can't be countered. Oh, I see. So this is just like the modern day Platinum Angel. I have no idea. Is this under? I mean, it's new. So I can't say if it's actually seeing all that much play yet. Probably should see more play than it actually is. Next up, let's get, because we have some Lauren's Escape. Gotta escape somehow. Lauren's Escape is a white mana, 1 mana for a white instant. Target artifact or creature gains hexproof and indestructible until end of turn, and you get to scry 1. So this is for them artifact decks out there. You know, these days artifact decks are pretty redundant. Like, you target their thing, they're just gonna sacrifice the thing. You know, basically, Arcbound Ravager turns everything into some sort of food one way or another. But just in case you have a really important artifact that needs to be super protected, somehow your Kappa Cannoneer, your opponent has 4 mana to pay the ward on Kappa Cannoneer, this will just completely deflate any air in your opponent's brain if you play this Lauren's Escape after that. Okay, next up, we got Archangel New, Energy Storm. This doesn't sound like a protection card at all. But let's take a look at it. 2 mana for an enchantment with commutative upkeep. Prevent all damage that would be dealt by instants and sorcery spells. Creatures with flying don't untap during their controller's untap steps. You know what would be a combo with this? What's that commutative upkeep thing? That's like gain a red. What's that enchantment that's a red? I was just thinking about this the other day. Like, that card has actually a purpose, and that is to pay colorless commutative upkeep for an eternity. So yeah, prevent all damage that would be dealt by instant sorcery spells, and creatures with flying don't untap during their controller's untap step. This is an absolute banger card. So I was always wondering, there's that enchantment that gives you a red with commutative upkeep. Braid of Fire, that's what it was. I'm surprised I don't know if anyone's ever mentioned this on the show. This is like a combo with every commutative upkeep card. So, I mean, so long as you're playing red plus some other color with commutative upkeep, I mean, you do need that one enchantment. If you don't have it, you're screwed, but you can play almost all commutative upkeep cards. You get the mana from Braid of Fire, invest it in your Energy Storm. Thanks so much, Spectral Maniac. I really appreciate it. Vines of Vastwood, too popular. Saw Legacy play, Modern play all over the place. Very, very, very popular. I don't know. Do they not play Vines of Vastwood in Commander? To be honest, I don't know if I've seen actually a Commander deck with Vines of Vastwood. So maybe in the world of Commander, this is not so popular. Green instant, kicker of a green. So for 1 green, the target creature can't be the spells or abilities of opponents your opponents control this turn. And also, if you pay the kicker, it gets +4/+4. So I don't know. In Commander, maybe this doesn't. I honestly haven't seen a whole lot of Commander decks play this card. I'm trying to look, but I haven't seen every Commander deck. Ryan, Story Circle was big in multiplayer way back before EDH got big to prevent the biggest threat on the board. Story Circle. So you saying this is a card that's been forgotten, and we gotta bring it back. This is a 3-mana enchantment. As Story Circle comes into play, choose a color. I choose red. It's the easiest one. Screw that Rograk thing that attacks for 0. Okay, pay white. The next time a source of your choice of the chosen color would deal damage to you this turn, prevent that damage. This is like Circle of Protection everything. Circle of Protection everything. Next up we got Jeff with Elgod Shieldmate. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Simic Jeff. We have a 4-mana, 2/3 human soldier with Soulbound. Now, as long as Elgod's Shieldmate is paired with another creature, both creatures have hexproof. Fancy that. Well, I would say this card by itself sucks, but what we're going to do, but the second card's going to be great with another creature. It can be paired with anything, right? I believe it can be paired with anything. We have another Swift Foot Boots, everyone. Swift Foot Boots number 4. Next up, Trent Sims. You didn't get one yet? Restoration. I was about to say you were going to say Restoration Angel. This is Restoration Magic. I'm not familiar with this card, even though it's super new. White instant. It's tiered. You can cure for 0 mana. Or is it for 1 mana? Target permanent gains hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. That's really good. And it's all gravy from here. Then we got Cura. For an extra 1 mana, target permanent gains hexproof and indestructible, and you gain 3 life. And then we got Curaga. I feel like I'm learning some new language here. Cura, and Curaga. For an extra 4 mana, permanents you control gain hexproof and indestructible until end of turn, and you gain 6 life. It just keeps going up. And actually, I think this is a super versatile card. Very, very nice card. Next up, the Big Squig with Comeuppance. That sounds old. Is it old? It is not, actually. Well, I mean, it's older than 10 years, I suppose. 4 mana instant. Prevent all damage that will be dealt to you and planeswalkers you control this turn by sources you don't control. Now, if damage from a creature source is prevented this way, Comeuppance deals that much damage to that creature. So it's like a giant deflecting palm. If damage from a non-creature source is prevented this way, Comeuppance deals that much damage to the source's controller. Fascinating. Very fascinating. Okay. The giant, I look at it like a giant deflecting palm. It's gonna smack it. Everyone's gonna smack themselves back. If I understood the card correctly. Next up, we have Indiana Jones with Gallantry. A mini righteousness with a bonus. 2 mana instant. Target blocking creature gets +4/+4 until end of turn. Oh, you also get to draw a card. So if this plan fails somehow, please don't kill my creature in response. Please don't do it. Don't. If something bad happens, like they buff their own creature, at least we can't trip out of it. We got a little something. We got a little value out of that deal. William Agnosaur Rex. Are we going back to Jurassic Park or something? Agnosaur. We're going to Ixalan or Jurassic Park? Agnosaur Rex. This card doesn't exist. As I'm reading, is it Agna? Oh. We aren't spelling the thing correctly today. That's okay. I misspell things on a daily basis. This is a 5 mana 8/8 dinosaur. What the hell? What protection is this? Trample and cycle of 3. When you cycle the card, put 2 +1/+1 counters on up to 1 target creature or vehicle. Why the hell would it protect a vehicle? It gains trample and indestructible until end of turn. This is from Ether Drift. What the hell is a dinosaur doing here? Did they have like a race through Ixalan or something? All right, now for our next race track, we have to go through the treacherous Jurassic forests of Ixalan. It's crazy. Okay, we got Quiet Man. I like that you've got one of the with the shy guy avatar with the username Quiet Man. Indestructibility. I had no idea there was actually a card called this. 4-mana aura, enchant permanent, and the enchanted permanent it's indestructible. Is there a combo with this? Like some sort of card that's like destroy itself and then get some effect, but then it can't destroy itself because, or maybe it has something like destroy all creatures in play, but you put this thing on that creature and now it can't destroy all creatures. It's going to destroy everything but itself. That's not. I think that sounds like a good combo. It's gonna be at least one out there. Trent Sim says they raced through Dino Land. That's crazy. Would have made good in a movie, I guess. Oh no, dinosaur in my way. Next, let's take a look at. We got Hedgie LMAO with Simulacrum. This is what I think it is. Simulacrum. Or maybe it's not. This is just Simulacrum. Okay. Let's take a look at this. I thought it was like Solemn Simulacrum. What does that have to do with protection? But this is a 2-mana instant. All damage done to you so far this turn is instead retroactively applied to a target creature you control. Further damage this turn is treated normally. And so the idea is also you put on a stuffy doll, put on something else that's indestructible. What does this card do? Okay, you gain life equal to the damage dealt to you this turn. That did not say that here. All damage dealt to you this far is instead retroactively applied to a creature. They didn't say we gain life. They didn't say... What? What is going on? Okay, so this is just a totally different card. You gain life equal to the damage dealt to you this turn. Or is it like it just doesn't do anything? Simulacrum deals damage to target creature you control equal to the damage dealt to you this way. Oh, I see. So, okay, so... it is dealing damage to you, but we're gaining life simultaneously so that we don't die. And now that we don't die, we just put we send the damage to a creature or something. Are there space dinosaurs in the new set? I don't know about the new set, but we have already created space dinosaurs. I can't remember what set did that, but I think it was what's it called? The Doctor Who introduced us to space dinosaurs. Damn, like everything's in space. You know, we might go to the moon and find dinosaurs there. And there's dinosaurs been here all along. Hexenort, Crystal Barricade. Sorry, Barricade. Yeah, Barricade. 2-mana 0/4 wall, Defender. You have Hexproof. And then prevent all non-combat damage that would be dealt to other creatures you control. All other creatures except this one. So, okay, I have actually a question with this card. This is very important. Does prevent mean the damage isn't dealt, period? Because I'm just wondering, let's say someone plays Blasphemous Act with this thing on the battlefield. This thing dies. Does everything else die anyway? That would be my question. Or did the damage just not get dealt to them at all, only to Crystal Barricade, and it dies? Yeah, it doesn't have. What the hell does that mean? That did not really answer my question, Trent Sims. Because I know when it comes to like some creature that gives other creatures indestructible, the damage is dealt to that all creatures, and then if that creature that was protecting everything dies and everyone else loses indestructible, then all those other things die. This would save others from the Blasphemous Act. That's the answer I want to hear. Thank you so much, Mayfly. Mayfly helped. Okay, let's take a look at Vibrant 2. What am I looking at? Vibrant Toucan. Okay, Thrall. Retainer. Trying to retain some Thralls around here. What does this have to do with protection? And we have a black aura, enchant creature. It gets +1/+1. Sacrifice Thrall Retainer. Oh, and we regenerate the creature. Since when Actually, I was about to say, since when can our auras sacrifice to save our creature? And like, I guess we have many of them because of like totem armor, for example. There's a lot of stuff with a lot of auras with totem armor. Save ourselves. Next up. Toilet Duck with Tell Jalad Defiance. This is a 2-mana instant. Target creature gains protection from artifacts until end of turn. Draw a card. Just trying to figure out what artifacts would be so dangerous. I mean, you could attack through a bunch of artifacts. That actually can help. What card? Like what? Like Walking Ballista, maybe? But usually in response, Walking Ballista will kill the creature anyway. Or kill you, I should say. It protects. Oh, I guess if you're blocking or they blocked you, you could use this. Although I would think that if you want to attack into someone, you might as well play this in advance. Play first, attack through for the win. Trisaru. Okay, Sword of Once and Future. 3-mana equipment. The equipped creature gets +2/+2 and has pro blue, pro black. Some of the poor protection because blue usually doesn't kill a whole lot of things. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, surveil 2. Then you may cast an instant or sorcery spell with mana value 2 or less from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. If that spell would be put into your graveyard, exile it instead. So I guess you have it in here just for the protection for black. How cheap is it? You know, it's not that cheap, actually. But this is like a clear $4. You know, it's too expensive. It's over budget. You know, I can accept if it's like under half. You know, if it's $3, we can make a pretty good argument. But even in HP condition, I think it's going to be above the halfway point. So I'm gonna disqualify that one. Too expensive for this. There's $1.99. We need to be cheap. Would they sell that at Dollar General? Can you find that at Dollarama? How many other dollar stores are there? Dollar Tree, Dollar this, Buck that, Buck or more. I don't know. I can't remember. There's so many dollar stores out there. I'm also wondering like how many of those dollar stores are all owned by the same thing. Okay, next up, let's take a look at Lesthian has a card. Call the Spirit Dragons. Spirits, enter me. Spirits, enter me. We have a 5-mana enchantment. Dragons you control. They are indestructible. As if they can't get any more indestructible. At the beginning of your upkeep, for each color, put a +1/+1 counter on a dragon you control of that color. Huh? Oh, each color of dragon that we control, I guess. If you put a +1/+1 counter on 5 dragons this way, you win the game! What the hell? What's the point of the rest of this thing? I guess that the point is like you protect the dragons. So you can assemble your combo. No, it'll protect. You know what? It'll protect you from losing the game too, I suppose. Hollow 53 with the Dark Dabbling. Dark Dabbling, a 3-mana instant, regenerate target creature, and draw a card. I like those cards. I think it's a huge beating. Somebody tries to kill your creature and like you protect it and you got value. That's like the complete opposite of what they wanted to happen. But it's got Spell Mastery. If there are 2 or more instant and or sorcery cards in your graveyard, also regenerate each creature you control. If you got Spell Mastery, protection from board wipe, baby. Protection from board wipe. Too bad we can't draw a card for each creature, too. Kano with Cowardice. What does Cowardice do again? Let's go to the OG. This guy looks like they just got... This sort of looks like they're a stand-up comedian, and the jokes were bad, and they just booed them off. Cowardice. Okay, enchantment. Whenever a creature becomes the target of a spell or ability, return that creature to its owner's hand. I guess you could use this to protect stuff. Maybe 0-mana cards. This is a very loose suggestion, but you could in some way keep targeting your stuff to prevent it from dying. Although it still gets bounced, so it's pretty dubious protection. All right, we're gonna take a look at more of these amazing protection cards. But we gotta let you know where you can buy them from. You get them at FusionGamingOnline.com. Ooh, the Fusion Open. The Fusion Open's over. I had a lot of fun. I got top 8 in the Modern event, and I was prepared. Thanks to FusionGamingOnline.com. Deal of the week this week: 15% off all deck boxes. What are we promoting this week? We're getting Final Fantasy, Spider-Man. The new Spider-Man spoilers are coming out. We're gonna have to take a look at them so I can entice you to use coupon code Nikachu when you pre-order those Spider-Man cards at FusionGamingOnline.com because it supports the channel and it gets you 5% off everything you buy. We're also going to thank Mana Traders, the premier place to rent Magic cards for any format you want on Magic Online, where it be Pauper, Pioneer, Standard. Are you tired? Do you want to play Vivi? Do you want to play that Vivi Ornitier blue-red deck, but you're afraid of your deck getting banned? Because it probably will. Don't worry about it. You rent it with Mana Traders on Magic Online. Play the deck as much as you want, grind the crap out of it, and then let it get banned. Because it's not your cards getting banned. It's Mana Traders' card. They know it's a ban list saver. They're very willing to take the bullet for you, and you can support the channel using my Mana Traders link in the description below, or save 40% cash back on your 3rd month subscription using coupon code Nikachu_ZH4. Sounds like the name of a cellular phone that just came out or something. A mobile phone. The Samsung ZH4. Or the Google ZH4. Has all the bells and whistles. With new voice-to-speech features. Okay, next up, Bryce. Teferi's Realm. Oh, what is this? Protect lands? 3-mana enchant world. The whole world. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player chooses artifacts, creatures, lands, or global enchantments. All cards of that type phase out. So you can choose this thing or non-aura enchantment. Actually, the Oracle text does not specify global here. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player chooses artifact, creature, land, or non-aura enchantment. All non-token permanents of that type phase out. Fascinating. I thought tokens can phase out. Why is that such a big deal? Guess it was a flavor fail. Akaya, Glorious Protector. The 4-mana 3/4 Angel Cleric, flash flying. When the Protector enters the battlefield, you may exile any number of non-angel creatures you control until Glorious Protector leaves the battlefield. Oh, it's not quite Restoration Angel. So it's like it's storing the creatures. Or is it like this is like another board wipe saver? So like you protect the creatures, and you don't have to do this. Okay, you don't have to do it. You just put a 4-mana 3/4 in play. Nothing wrong with that. You're playing your cleric or angel deck. Works perfectly fine. Next up, let's take a look at who doesn't have any card yet. Chris Bonehead doesn't. Brave the Elements. Probably could see a little bit more play. It was popular in Pioneer. It's a white instant. Choose a color. White creatures you control gain protection from the chosen color until end of turn. It was usually played in some sort of like white aggro deck of some sort like that, or like almost like a Protect the Queen type of deck. So you don't lose your best card. We got Aaron here with Gideon's Sacrifice. Did he sacrifice? Here. R.I.P. Gideon. Oh, God. Sacrifice to Liliana. White instant. Choose a creature or planeswalker you control. All damage that would be dealt this turn to you, and permanents you control is dealt to the chosen permanent instead. Choose a creature. Oh, we're gonna kill off something of our own. Oh my God. I guess it's similar to that other card that we saw earlier. Where the idea was to put all the damage on the Stuffy doll. Okay, next up, let's look at no 2 cards yet now with Hollow Marsh Gas. Step on the gas, 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 gas. Step on the brake, step on the brake. I just watched I watched those Parappa the Rapper things recently. I never played the game, but I mean, it was all the songs were really catchy. Okay, it's a black instant marsh gas. All creatures get -2, -0 until end of turn. You know what? I would disqualify this because it doesn't. I mean, in some sense, it protects your creatures, but it's actually shrinking the opponent's creatures. It's not actually protecting you in any way. So I would not count. I would not count this. We got Archangel with Inner Sanctum. Three mana enchantment, cumulative upkeep, pay 2 life. That is not something that what the Braids of Fire will save you with. All damage dealt to creatures you control is reduced to 0. It does work. That will work. It's dangerous for your health, though. You better win the game super fast. Jess says, Nikachu is the kind of friend you pay money to keep around. Am I like a... In some sense, everyone's a sugar... was it daddy or mommy? Okay, we've got Felicia with no card yet. Ancient Adamantoise? I was like, is that a turtle? It's a toidle. Okay, it's a 8 mana for an 8/20 toidle. Vigilance and Ward 3. Damage isn't removed from this creature during cleanup steps. All damage that would be dealt to you and other permanents you control is dealt to this creature instead. And that's a lot of... It's a huge butt. This is a giant butt or a giant shell. And then when this creature dies, exile it and create 10 tap treasure tokens. This card's awesome. Only problem is it's 8 mana. Good luck getting that thing out. That's the tricky part, I suppose. Let's get... Oh, you said this doesn't count, Argentina? Let's take a look. Island Sanctuary. Maybe it does work, Argentina. 2-mana enchantment. If you draw a card during your draw step, instead you may skip that draw. If you do, until your next turn, you can't be attacked except by creatures with flying and/or island. This counts. It's protecting. I would say this counts. Or does this count? Okay, maybe I'm being a little because I disqualified this one. Where is it? I disqualified this thing. I see the idea, but it doesn't outright protect you because if the opponent was attacking you with like anything that's larger than 2 power, you're still taking damage. This outright protects you. I would accept this answer. I think it's a good protection card. Question is it underrated? I hope so. I've never seen the card being played before. Okay, Felicia. Oh no, I got this one. We got ya. We're on 2 cards now. So if you didn't get a second card yet, please give us your second card. But Copyright didn't even get 1 card. Squeeze Toy. It sounds like a play on words. Like it's a squeeze toy. Like you're supposed to squeeze it. It's a 1-mana artifact. Tap, prevent 1 damage to any creature. You know what? I actually think this is underrated. I think sometimes all it takes is 1 creature to kill your creature. And this thing is a very affordable for 1 mana. Voltlin, the Sarima. We did this one, actually. Sorry, we did that one. Okay, we got the Gelstone. Faith's Shield. Oh, that's not it. Faith. Ugh. Faith's Shield. For 1 mana, an instant, target permanent you control gains protection from the color of your choice until end of turn. But the Fateful Hour, if you have 5 or less life, instead you and each permanent you control gains protection from the color of your choice until end of turn. Somehow I feel like if I'm at 5 life, I'm not in a happy place. I'm not doing good. We got Jojo. Sphere of Safety. I think this is not underrated. I think that's a very highly played card. See, we want unique cards that don't see a whole lot of play. I think Sphere of Safety is a very, very popular card. Indiana Jones says, Island Sanctuary used to be used in a lot of control decks back in the day. I don't doubt it. Screw Circle of Protection. Just don't let people attack, period. Screw them all. The Wanderer sees a good amount of play. The Wanderer is very popular. We have Hexnort Dragonologist. Was that like a scientist for dragons? What do you do for a living? I'm a dragonologist. I study dragons. Or I guess in this case, yeah, this could be still studying dragons. It's like a hologram. 3 mana for a 1/3 human wizard. When this creature enters, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may reveal an instant sorcerer or dragon card from among them and put them into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Untapped dragons you control have hexproof. This plus that other card earlier where tapped creatures get hexproof or indestructible. That's a combo. Screwed if I'm untapped. Screwed if I'm tapped. Argentina. The true believer. This person believes in love. That's true love. This is a 2 mana 2/2. You have Shroud. Screw burn players. Screw them all. Oh, but this thing doesn't have Shroud. Well, it's probably well. All we need is this. No. Okay. Hear me out. We need to turn this guy into a dragon. Just leave it untapped with Dragonologist out. It'll work perfectly. And speaking of, we got Draging Games. Sorry, Dragon Games. Did anyone suggest Autumn Willow? Nope, not at all. The classic. 6 mana, 4/4 Shroud for a green. Until end of turn, Autumn Willow can be the target of spells or abilities controlled by target player as though it didn't have Shroud. It does not actually protect. Does not protect anything. It protects... Well, she already has natural protection. And other people are going to pay to remove it. Dinglebag has arrived. Glaring Spotlight. Glaring Spotlight is a 1 mana artifact. Creatures your opponents control with hexproof. They can be the target of spells or abilities you control as though they didn't have hexproof. That's good. And then for 3 mana, sacrifice it. Creatures you control gain hexproof until end of turn. And they're unblockable. So you're on defense. You can also be on attack. Next, let's take. Okay, Jojo trying to get Goblin Snowman. Does this protect? I can't remember. 4 mana, 1/1. Whenever it blocks, prevent all combat damage that be dealt to and dealt by it this turn. And oh, I see. So it's like an indestructible wall. And tap Goblin Snowman deals 1 damage to target creature it's blocking. Okay, I'll allow it. This is a goofy card. I think I don't really want to allow it because then that like opens. Okay, any indestructible creature sitting on the battlefield. Yeah, that's a protection card. It's a goofy card though. No disrespect. Antler says no disrespect, but did you dye your hair? I've been dyeing my hair for how long have I been doing that? I did dye my hair. Yeah, I looked way too gray in interviews. I feel younger than I am. So I started. You know what was the main thing? I found out I could dye my hair for cheap. I thought it cost hundreds of dollars every 2 weeks to dye your hair. No, it's like dirt cheap. I'm dyeing my hair for like $5 basically. It's like, okay, for that's a good price. You know, you need to. I wouldn't say I'm protecting my hair. I like my hair like I like my Magic singles. It's got to be affordable. Do I dye my hair? I do. Although I have to get my wife to get the back. If anyone's really interested, it's like simple stuff. You put this paste in a bowl, you mix it up, and then you just put it in your hair and then let it sit for 15 minutes and wash it out, and boom, it's done. And then you look great. Oh, there we go. My cousin went gray at 18 years old. No, I also did. I immediately started seeing gray hair at the age of 18. It was all downhill from there. I didn't even realize how gray I went. Nikachu films his kid. I used to do that, and then those like Instagram filters and TikTok filters, they actually they make your hair gray pretty good. Okay, Voltlin, you still don't have one yet. Lecture Hall. Let's get. Speaking of hair dye, let's just get back to the show. What is this hell? Oh, Lecture Hall. That's the other side. 7 mana. Other permanents you control have hexproof. Also works. The Dark Hand, the 1 ring, and then you combine it with bouncing back to your hand. No, it's not. Sorry, the Dark Hand, not original enough. Not underrated. bouncing it back, like, you know, bouncing it might be slightly more original, but, you know, recurring it in some way is not particularly original. Okay, Hollow going for redemption. Blessing of Leeches. Anyone out there who didn't get a card yet? Blessing of Leeches. I'm surprised how many protection cards there are in black. I thought black was just about like killing things. Okay, 3 mana aura. You can play it at instant speed. At the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 1 life. But for 0 mana, you can regenerate the creature. I will protect you at the risk of losing my own life. David Sampson, Illicit Masquerade. The 4 mana enchantment we got for Flash. Enters the battlefield, put an imposter counter on each creature you control. What an art! Whenever a creature you control with an imposter counter on it dies, exile it. Return it up to 1 other target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. What? What does this have to do with protection? Okay, enters but put an imposter. Whenever a creature you control with an imposter counter on it dies, exile it. Return up to 1 other target creature. This actually doesn't protect. It willingly lets things die. It reanimates. There's no protection here. Okay, you have some. You can stack the triggers so you lose 1 creature after a board wipe. Whenever a creature you control with an imposter counter dies, exile it. Return up to 1 other target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. I have no idea what you're talking about. I am not interpreting that out of this at all. Quiet Man says, I think black used to have a lot of protection since it was the color that used regenerate the most. But once they did away with that mechanic, black became more aggressive. Very, very aggressive. Anyone who doesn't have a card? Can't remember if Argentina has a card. Broken Fall. Actually, you probably got at least 1 card earlier. Repeatable protection in green. 3 mana enchantment. Return Broken Fall to its owner's hand. Regenerate target creature. I think that's great. Yeah, you got it on the board. So what could end up happening is the moment they try to kill your creature, they probably have to use 2 removal spells. So like removal, okay, return Broken Fall back to hand, then use another removal spell. That's still a 2-for-1. And you still bring Broken Fall back next turn to protect future creatures. That's still value. It could also dissuade a lot of people from attacking your stuff. Kano, Lost in the Maze. Is that a... What is that? The Shining. Sounds like a Shining reference. Blue X. Oh, this card. A lot of people wanted me to play this card. I said no. I think it's worthless, and at least in Modern. Flash enchantment. When Lost in the Maze enters the battlefield, tap target X target creatures. Put a stun counter on each of those creatures you don't control. Tap creatures you control have hexproof. The protection for your tap creatures. Not so much protection for your opponent's tap creatures. They're screwed. But imagine someone plays Lost in the Maze in response to somebody's Lost in the Maze. Then what happens? What are we missing here? Okay, I just did Lost in the Maze. Trent Sims, Diplomatic Immunity. Is this underrated or is this crap? I remember this card. 2 mana. Enchant creature can't be the target of spells or abilities. Diplomatic Immunity can't be the target of spells or abilities. Maybe that's unique. Maybe there's not a lot of cards out there that say, you know, hex. It's basically like hexproof, right? Or is it Shroud? It's like Super Shroud. Super Shroud. Just make sure you're not planning on pumping this thing up. David Hauer, welcome. With we did the Shield Mate. Sorry about that. We did that one. William with Reroute Systems. This sounds very technological. Oh, it's a different system. So white instant. Choose one. Target artifact or creature gains indestructible until end of turn, or Reroute System deals 2 damage to target tapped creature. It protect, it also attack. They was like, nuts. I was sure that'd be niche enough. No, not niche enough for this show. Felicia, the golden shrine. The golden, maybe just golden shrine. The gold shrine. Okay, this card doesn't exist. I didn't find it. All right, we got Adam with Flickering Ward. I think this thing is. I think this is an old school card. I think this saw a lot of play like a super long time ago. White enchantment. Enchant creature gains protection from the chosen color, and for a white, return Flickering Ward to its owner's hand. So just never name white. Don't do it. Don't do it. You'll find out in the worst way possible, especially if you do that online. It's so embarrassing, actually. Does everyone remember the first time they they gave protection of the color of the aura to their own creature, and it just immediately fell off, and you're like, what the hell happened? What happened? What happened over here? Okay, the Golden Throne. Okay, Golden Throne. Felicia is coming back for redemption on the failed first try. 4-mana legendary artifact. Arcane Life Support. If you would lose the game, instead exile the Golden Throne and your life total becomes 1. Okay. Okay, we got a little something to work with here. You know, one is you chip in a chair, basically, if anyone has ever heard of that expression. 1,000 souls die every day. Well, that's not very motivating. Tap, sacrifice a creature, add 3 mana in any combination of colors. Well, it's better than dying, is all I'm going to say. Can we count Oblivion Ring? Nah, that's like a removal spell. Chris. Okay, well, let's get Christopher B has like a million of them. Want Molting Skin. That sounds disgusting. Absolutely. It looks sort of disgusting. 3-mana enchantment. Return Molting Skin to its owner's hand. Regenerate target creature. It's another version of that other card. I never even heard of the first one. They made another one? Chris Bonehead. Fleeting Reflection. Fleeting Reflection is a 2-mana instant. Target creature you control gains hexproof until end of turn. Untap that creature. Until end of turn, it becomes a copy of up to 1 target other creature. Fascinating. I'm a copycat, but who cares? You know what they say? Don't be first, but don't be last. Next up, we have David with Daru Mender. White Morph Cleric for a morph for a white. When Daru Mender is turned face up, regenerate target creature. I feel like this is a card my friend would play. Plays with a bunch of morph creatures. He loves his morph. 1,000 people is pretty low when 80 million people die every year. Is that real? That's a lot of people. It's a good thing there's other people being born to replace them. Okay, well, next we got... Or I guess, you know what? 80 million out of 8 billion, or we had 9 billion in this world? I guess that's somewhat reasonable. I've not verified this statistic, though. Okay, next up we got... the Ward Sliver. Does it give Ward? The Ward Sliver for 5 mana, 2/2. This comes into play, choose a color. All slivers have protection from the chosen color. Okay, then. Indiana Jones with Aurum. Samite Healer. I'm gonna change the music. Let's get at it. Let's cheer up a little bit here. There's a 3-mana 1/3 human cleric. Tap, prevent the next 3 damage that would be dealt to target creature or player this turn. Is this underrated? Sounds like crap. It's part of the reserve list. It's part of the reserve list, and it's less than $2. Okay, well, okay. For anyone that's a huge fan of Healing Salve, here you go. Here's your commander. It's the Healing Salve Commander over here. They can healing salve all day and all night. Okay, Magnum Opus Gold. Form of the Dragon. This sounds really popular. 7 mana. At the beginning of your upkeep, Form of the Dragon deals 5 damage to target creature or player. At the end of turn, your life total becomes 5. Creatures without flying can't attack you. I have no idea if this is underrated or not. I feel like a lot of people know what this card is. And some people play it. I have actually played against this card more times than I would like to admit in Modern. People play these janky enchantment decks. Next, let's... Indiana Jones says, opponents couldn't get Lightning Bolt anything with Orem in play? Probably not. I mean, you gotta overload her. Make her tap out, and then you go in for the kill. That's how you do it. It's a one. You gotta do the 1-2 punch. The big squig with Lost in the Woods. Five mana enchantment. When a creature attacks you or a planeswalker you control, reveal the top card of your library. If it's a forest card, remove that creature from combat. Put the revealed card on the bottom of your library. Whenever a creature attacks you or a planeswalker you control, reveal the top. If it's a forest, remove that creature from combat. Put the revealed card on the bottom of your library. I feel like this is... I'm going to disqualify this one because I think this is more removal than anything. It's basically like a removal card. It's a really weird removal spell. I mean, yeah, it does protect you, but I don't feel that sort of... It's not like Moat in that sense. Will the forest go on the bottom? If it's a forest card, remove that creature from combat, then put the revealed card on the bottom of your... Yeah, the forest go on the bottom. And the creature's only removed from combat for 1 turn. Lesthian with a second card. Gore Moldrak. The Amphinologist. What do they find? Some spiky shell in the seawater. Or swamp water, I should say. 3 mana for a 3/2 human scout. You and permanents you control have protection from salamanders. That's terrible. You have protection from a really, I don't know, protection from changelings. At the beginning of your end step, each player who controls the fewest creatures creates a 4/3 blue salamander warrior creature token. Ooh. So the point is we're going to give salamanders to everybody, and we have protection from them. So, this is the type of card we invented a problem that... Okay, we have a solution to a problem we invented. That's what I'm reading here. David Howard with the blessed Hippogriff. Blessed Hippogriff is a 4 mana 2/3. Oh, we got a lot of stuff. We have Tyr's Blessing, which is an instant. Target creature gains indestructible until end of turn. And it's also a creature, flying. Whenever Blessed Hippogriff attacks, target attacking creature without flying gains flying until end of turn. It's almost like Soulbound for giving creatures flying. Christopher B says here he's an in-universe conspiracy theorist about their stand-in for our asinine assertions about lizard people. Oh, really? The lizard people exist, damn it. I'll prove it. Okay, the Dark Hand wants Lifeline. 5 mana artifact. Whenever I don't know if this is underrated. Also, it's not. Okay, so this is super disqualified. First off, it's not under $2. It's $30. And I think it's not underrated. I think a lot of people know what Lifeline is. We want underrated cards. Underrated and cheap. It gotta be on a budget. If it's not sold at Dollar General, it's not good enough for the show. You don't have a card yet, Benovsky? What the hell? See, single combat. Mortal Kombat? With it. Mortal Kombat! 5 mana sorcery. Each player chooses a creature or planeswalker they control, then sacrifices the rest. Players can't cast creature or planeswalker spells until the end of your next turn. I don't think this counts either. It's just a board. It's removal. It's weird removal. I even go as far as to say it's crappy removal, because they're going to keep at least 1 card. We got Quillquick, Test of Faith. You guys are testing my faith here. 2-mana instant, prevent the next 3 damage that would be dealt to target creature this turn, but then we put a +1/+1 counter on that creature for each 1 damage prevented this way. That's sick. So we're going to gain, it's going to gain +3/+3. So it's like we prevented 3, we gained 3, so we're preventing 6 damage, more or less. We did Flickering Ward. It does count. It was great. That was a perfect example. It has it protects you from massive boards. No. No, it does not. Well, I mean, yes, but that's not what the show is about. Next we've got Fulton, Defend the Rider. Whatever the hell that means. Green instant, choose 1. Target permanent you control gains hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. That's good. And we also create a 1/1 colorless pilot creature token. With this token, saddles, mounts, and cruise vehicles as though its power were 2 or greater. Okay, Christopher B, you got a... So not Christopher B. Benovsky, you got something? You got nothing? All right, well, then we're going to end the show on that. All right, not bad. Actually, I liked everybody's suggestions. We got a lot of new protection cards today. There's a lot of protection cards in Magic the Gathering. Anyway, if you want to be part of the show, you got to be here weekdays, 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks to everyone for being here. And also, of course, thanks to everyone who supports the show. If you're a patron on Patreon, a member on YouTube, or use Super Chat to be part of the show, or even Super Chat so other people are part of the show. Not to mention, thanks to everyone for being here today, giving your suggestions. We got people like Christopher B. We got Archangel New, Benovsky, well, Benovsky tried. That's good. Benovsky's always worth a lot on this show. Magnum Opus Gold. We have The Dark Hand, Chris Bonehead, Jeff, The Big Squig, Indiana Jones, Archangel, Argentina, Hollow. I get you, Christopher B. We got you again. Jeff, Aaron, Quiet Man, and many more. So as usual, my coffee crew, keep brewing those coffees. I'm going to keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cup.